87
Chrissy. Hi guys.
Hey.
I love you guys. I knew you guys would be
awesome.
first. I knew it.
All right, guys. So we are Kelly and Julie from Freedom in a Budget and
Living large on Lifetime, and I am living it up this week. Obviously, if you're watching my videos.
So we are just doing a little Q&A with you guys. We are at sunny Florida, and we have some construction going on in the background, so hopefully you guys can hear us okay. Let us know how the audio is, and we're just going to do a little Q&A. Oh gosh, this is so fun. And let us know where you guys are from. So we have Tanny, Notification Squad. That is awesome. Guys, if you are not subscribed to Julie with Living Large and Lifetime, go check her out. After this video, it's going to be posted forever and ever, and I will have her link in the description box, her channel, so go check her out. It is going to be awesome.
Hi.
Oh.
I sound like,
Yeah.
I was like, I sound like I'm from Illinois, and then I was like, oh wait, you're from Illinois. Tell me, you guys, do I say major weird, feta cheese? What was the other one? Intestines.
Intestines.
Because apparently I have an accent, but not like you guys. Tampa. Hi, Lori.
Oh, you're close.
Disney is awesome, but you know what? I have to say, it is so tiring to be on vacation 24/7. I am so exhausted. We went to bed after 2 last night, and I'm tired.
Crazy.
And how's your legs?
They're a little sore.
We're a little wiped out. Oh, you guys are awesome. Amsterdam. Hi.
Wow.
Oh,
what
my
time is it in
God.
Amsterdam? Oh man.
3 weeks. What are you doing in 3 weeks? Vacation?
What time is it there? It is 9:08 a.m.
Oh, I see 2 SoCal peeps.
Look at that.
One California, SoCal, Portland, Michigan, Washington.
That's
Oh, Sab, you're fairly close to me. Yay, I love you guys.
This is awesome. All right, so we have some
What time
questions.
is it? It is like 9:08.
9:08.
Some of you guys are up early. I'm
I
sorry, but
know.
thank you.
Thank you, guys. So guys, we have some questions ready, and then ask some questions in the chat as well, and we'll answer those as we go. So the first one is from Cat and Point. Hey,
Cats.
and they say, living large in lifetime, question for both of you. How far in advance do you plan your vacations? For how many per year, and how do you budget for them?
Okay, I am ridiculous about vacations because I grew up in a family where we went on vacation every year, and it was the one thing we looked forward to that we did as a family. It was like big for us. So I absolutely believe that everyone needs to go on vacation at least once a year. If you talk to Eddie, he will confirm that I actually take it over the top. I really, really look forward to vacations, but also for me, just going away like for a weekend can be a fun vacation. So we do a lot of that too. And I plan, like for this Florida trip, I actually plan for the big ones, I plan at least 3-4 months in advance. So if you want cheaper plane tickets, you need to buy at least 3 months in advance. We were literally on the border of 3 months and 2 months. We waited 1 week, and the prices went up at least by $100 per ticket. So plan way in advance. And then also, because I try to plan far in advance, we try to pay for everything that we can in advance. So we'll say, okay, in February, we're gonna buy the plane tickets. We pay for the plane tickets. March, we'll book the hotel, pay for the hotel. April, or you know, it's April now, but like a couple weeks out, we'll book the car and pay for the car. So we try to get as much as possible paid for in advance, so that when we actually come here, all we have to worry about is food and like events. But actually, if I can book, like we have a dinner show tonight, if I can book things in advance that we can pay for, anything we can pay for in advance, we'll book it. So that's me, but I'm a little crazy with vacations. I actually watched something, I don't know if it was your channel or Wendy Valencia. Hey, Wendy Valencia! Somebody said something about people charging vacations, and I think it was Wendy. I feel so bad for people that feel they need to charge money or go into debt for a vacation, because if you plan and budget, it's totally possible to have an awesome time without putting yourself in major debt.
Yeah.
She's the one to talk to about that.
So I grew up the same way. We did one big vacation every year. And I remember coming to Disney World in 3rd grade. And that was our first really big one. We did come to Florida every year because my grandparents were snowbirds. So I lived in Massachusetts, we came down. And then we go to New Jersey, Six Flags, different things like that every year as well. And then now we're really trying to, now that Jamie and I are newlyweds, we're trying to get as much vacations and as much travel time packed into these next couple of years. Because once we have kids, we know that's going to slow down, and we'll probably still do the yearly vacation, but we want to do as much as possible. So we have this big trip coming to Disney, and then in December we have a cruise, and we may take something like Chicago or something this summer. So we're really trying to jam pack it. As you guys see in my budget videos, we have the vacation sinking fund so that we're paying cash for it. Like Julie said, no debt. This, like, not putting anything on card, not doing anything but cash flowing everything, which gives you so much peace of mind. Everything's paid for. All we have to pay for is the food and, you know, the different events and stuff, which really make it awesome.
I feel really bad for families that come to Disneyland, Disney World, and they have like 5 kids, and you know that they're going in major debt to go to Disney World. I feel bad.
Yeah, and it's expensive.
It's crazy. I couldn't do it if I didn't work for Disney, guys. I wouldn't be here. I'd be in a camper somewhere. Okay, next question.
All right. Well,
I'm kind of reading your comments, you guys, so if I look away, I'm sorry, but this is super fun.
So Kat has a 2-part, which we kind of answered. Also, what value do you assign on vacation time with your lives? How important is it to you and why? Which we really
big value.
Yeah. It's time with family. It's time, you know, together and growing a relationship, growing your marriage and your family time. It's huge.
Yep, very important.
All right, next question is from Kentucky Weight Watcher Jen, and they say
Sab has 5 kids. Ooh, but planned 2 years in advance. Good job, girl.
That's awesome.
I don't know how you deal with 5 kids, but good job. Okay, sorry to interrupt.
All right. Kentucky Weight Watchers Jen, living large and lifetime freedom and a budget. My biggest challenge is our groceries. How do you both do it so well? It's just my husband and I, and we still go over even with sales and meal planning.
I'll go first again because I am the unprofessional. She's the best at this. I try really hard, but I am not a very good food budgeter. And the reason for that is kind of because I really, really value my health and my weight loss, because if you guys have watched my channel or you know my story, I come from eating disorder background, and then I was overweight, and so to me it's really, really important to maintain my weight and maintain my health, and I will pay the price that it takes. So if I feel like if I need to pay $3.84 for shredded cheese, I pay it, you know, within reason. I don't buy expensive fish, I don't buy expensive cuts of meat. But if it's something like paying $1 extra for a lower point item because it will help me stay on plan, I do it. I don't really budget my groceries. Eddie totally takes care of the budget, so I think he knows about what I'm going to spend per week, and so he kind of he's my budget magician. He makes it work. I don't know how. And then also, I really only shop for my groceries, so I will meal plan my lunches and then some of my dinners, and then, you know, some of the dinner food might be for Eddie and his mom as well, but most of the groceries that I buy are just for like my, you know, coffee, beverages, and my lunches. So there's not a lot of budgeting going on. I do try to get a better deal when I can, and also the dollar store saves me. I feel bad for you guys that don't have dollar stores with produce, because the dollar store saves me a lot.
Your dollar store has produce?
What? Amazing produce. And
that's crazy.
We can get like gigantic spaghetti squash for $1.
Stop.
And then I go to Walmart and it's like, you know, 67 cents a pound. So that same one would be like $4. So, wow. And grapes, I mean, not everything is, ooh, there's a bird. Not everything is $1. Like grapes and bananas are per pound, but it's still way better. So dollar store saves me.
Wow. Mine doesn't have produce. All right, so mine, I actually come from a very, very different, as you guys know, we were cash flowing the wedding, we were getting out of debt, and I was only spending $100 a month on groceries. So I was just kind of getting by, you know, doing whatever I could just to get under $100 so that we could put every single penny towards debt, towards the wedding fund, so that we weren't going into debt for it. Now that we are debt free, the wedding's over, you know, I've doubled the grocery budget, so now we're spending $200 a month. And I've really kind of taken to what Julia said. She's actually talked to me about it, of, you know, thinking about preventing diseases and different things of, you know, you're sacrificing, or you're paying more for food now, but years down the road, you're gonna be paying more for treatments or whatever it may be, you know, if you have diabetes or cancer or whatever it is. So eating those healthier foods now. So I'm not going cold turkey of all organic and all non-processed foods. It's kind of a transition for me. So if you watch my old grocery hauls versus my grocery hauls now, it's a lot less processed food. Now there is some processed food still, but I'm trying to transition out of it and doing a lot more fruits and vegetables and different things like that. And then once I get more comfortable with that, then I'm going to add more organic foods and just kind of transition into it. But we really still stick to that budget. A huge thing for me is rolling over foods. So if I'm doing for lunches one week tacos, and then I have leftover tortillas and chicken, the next week I'll do quesadillas or enchiladas, and just really rolling over that food so no food is going to waste. I used to have so much food go bad in the fridge, and it would just kill me to throw that away. So I make sure that nothing goes to waste, that it's all getting rolled over into another week's meal plan.
You guys, isn't that like such a budget term? I'm rolling over my food. I've never heard it termed that way. I call it using up leftovers, you know, cleaning out the pantry, but she's rolling it over. That's pretty smart. That's super funny. Okay. But also very smart. Everybody's like, wow, how did you do 100? And wow, how are you doing 200?
I have a playlist, guys. Look at my playlist. It's how I spend $100 on groceries. I have 2 videos on it. I did an updated one, which has a lot of tips, and then a lot of my just grocery hauls and stuff. I share a lot of that with you. All right, so let's go to the chat. Hi, guys. Oh, we got some ducks here.
We got some big old ducks right here.
They're just walking around.
Did you guys see my lizard video? Holy crap. Big lizards in the Bahamas, and they're just walking around like they own the town.
They do.
Scary.
All right, Christy says, I'm watching from my office while working some overtime. You guys helped me get in by 9 a.m. That's awesome.
And you know what? I know we were late. Totally my fault. Totally my fault.
Oh, girl, I was rushing. Don't worry. Shauna says, good morning from Tennessee.
Ooh, hi.
I always want to go to Nashville. Maybe that will be our summer trip. Ooh, that would be good. Sue's here. Hi guys, it's beautiful there. It is. It's hot and sticky, but it's beautiful.
It's gonna get worse though. Like right now, it's not too bad. But
yeah, it's gonna get like 500 degrees. Amy says, hi from Michigan. It looks gorgeous there. So jealous.
Come on down.
Let's see. True Treats, my dad and I are coming to Disney World at the end of May for choir, and they are singing. That's awesome.
Oh, they must be really good then.
That's awesome. Lori, haven't paid for Disney in the past 15 years. Secret shopper for cast members and friends are the key. That's really cool. Did you know they do that?
No, I saw you guys were saying I'd love to know more about secret shopping. I was like, what?
Wow.
Secret shopping or cast member friends are the key? Oh, well, I'm your cast member friend, guys. But I know nothing about secret shopping. Tell me.
Wow. All right, Christy says, I would love to hear your thoughts on side hustle. I love to cook and bake, and I have thought about doing something with that, or possibly dog walking. Mainly something I can do evenings or weekends. So one thing I always say about side hustle is, what are you good at? Like, what are you already doing? And then I did a lot of babysitting when I was getting out of debt and different things like that. You've done cake pops. You know, that's a gift that you already have. Are you already driving your kids to school? What about picking up some other kids? I'm sure that there's moms in your neighborhood that can't get, you know, at work, or it would work better with their schedule to go in a little bit earlier. So having the kids picked up and brought to daycare, or, you know, just running errands with them after work. What are you already doing? And finding things like baking. I have friends that sell bread, like homemade baked bread, and it goes like wildfire. One of my coworkers sells salsa, and he makes a really good salsa from scratch that people love, absolutely love.
Just make sure you're pricing yourself for what you're worth, because I used to work my fingers to the bone making cake pops, and you know, there are a certain percentage of people that are always looking for something for nothing, and there are other people who will pay what you're worth. So just make sure that you're pricing your items, especially with baking, make sure you're making a profit, because when I make cake pops, even now, I make very, very little money. I do it mostly because it's fun, it's relaxing, I enjoy it, but if you're doing a lot of it and getting paid very little money, you're gonna get burned out. So just make sure you settle on a price that you're going to be happy with, a price that's worth it, and stand firm. Don't be given discounts.
Yeah.
So just tell people, I'm sorry, but it's a lot of work. This is my price. So
people want to support you. You know, I'd rather pay a couple dollars extra for good cake pops to go to Juli rather than going and buying them at, you know, Publix or Starbucks.
And if there's somebody who's like, you know, I really want a dozen for $10, just say no. There will be, let them go. You don't need their business. There will be somebody else that will pay what you're worth.
Yeah.
So,
great question. All right. Sab says, I set it in for $170 a week for groceries. It was hard at first, but now it's super easy. I also use Walmart pickup to plan ahead and not step foot in the store. That's awesome. That's really cool.
Oh, that's hard for me. I really wanted to try that Walmart pickup thing, but I feel like when I go in, I need to look at everything and decide, because, you know, what if they're out of something and I need to pick something up? I don't know. I just feel like I need to go look at everything, and then it drives me crazy because it's busy and I can't get in and out in less than an hour. I should do that, because honestly, I buy the same things over and over anyway. 5 kids, $175. Is that a month or
no,
a week?
That's a week.
Oh, okay. I was like, those poor kids are eating nothing but beans.
That's awesome, though.
That's really good.
And one of the tips that I have about cutting back groceries is, say you're spending, I don't know, $500 a month, and people see, you know, someone spending $300 for that. Don't just like try and go cold turkey down to $300. Cut out $25 for that month. And then once you get used to that, make it a challenge. $25, we're gonna cut it out. Once you get used to that for a few months, then cut out another $25. So now you're down to $450 a month, and you're used to that. It's not this big stretch of cutting out $200. And then once you get used to that, cut it back a little bit more until you're at that point that you want to be, so that it's a gradual process.
It's gonna be more work though, right? Because when you're cutting out a lot of the processed food, you're gonna have to make more things, right?
Yeah.
So,
but cooking from scratch, if you're cutting out those processed boxed foods anyways, you're gonna be cooking from scratch, which saves money. You know, you may be buying more and like flour and this and that, but you're gonna have it on stock, and then you'll just have it for months on end.
and it's way better for you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Shauna says, what, $100? I don't know how you did that. I don't know how I did it either. Let's see. Laura says, I have 99 cents store. I live in Cali, and their produce is a lifesaver. I have a great freezer and fridge selection. That's awesome. All right, let's take another one from where we have.
Probably 99-cent only store, huh? That's the one I do.
No, is that different? That's different from the Dollar Tree? That's what we have, is the Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree doesn't really have a lot of fresh stuff,
No.
but they have packaged stuff, but I don't buy a lot of packaged anything. So.
Yeah. All right, what is your opinion on weeklies? Do you find you lose more when you don't use them?
I think I've literally always used almost all of my weeklies. Like, even in the beginning when I was in weight loss mode, I used a pretty good chunk. I would say though, yes, if I stopped using so many weeklies, I would probably be losing right now, which, you know, I don't necessarily need to do, but I want to do. So, but it actually really, really depends on your own body. And sometimes you may need to shake it up. Like if you've been like hardcore doing Weight Watchers and staying within just your daily points, like for months, and you're kind of slowing down, or you might be in a stall, start using some of the weeklies. Don't use them all, but maybe like 1 week use 8 of your weeklies and see what happens. The next week maybe use 10 and see what happens. If you start creeping up a little bit, then obviously that's not the tactic you want to do, but you don't know until you give it a try, and you're probably going to have to try for at least like 2 weeks to really see how your body's going to react, because I've seen both sides. I've seen people that, especially now with freestyle, I see people that can really only lose like on 13, 15, but I've also seen people that can only lose when they eat like 5, 10 of their weeklies every week. So everybody is different, and that's one thing about freestyle. I hope you guys can hear over that construction. But that's one thing about freestyle, is that we all have to figure out our plan within freestyle for what works for us. So that's my thought on weeklies, and on fit points too. Same.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I think a big thing is listening to your body. And like Julie said, make sure that you're tracking and looking at your weeks, of looking at the weeks that you've lost and when you haven't lost, are you using those weeklies? I've learned that with my body, I can't use my weeklies. I think a lot of it is because of the birth control that I'm on, and with the hormones, that the hormone that I'm on, it really holds on to weight. So if I'm not tracking, my weight just goes up, 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 up. And so it's really dangerous. So I really need to be very good about tracking. And I've learned that I can't use my weeklies, maybe like 2 or 3. But other than that, I really can't. So you just have to know your body.
So what are you doing here in Florida? How are you?
It's going to go up. But next week I'm getting my wisdom teeth out, so I feel like it's just going to drop from that because I'm going to be barely eating. So.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win, right?
Splurge this week, wisdom teeth gone next week. I would use that tactic, but mine are already gone. So I'm just going to be up and wait. That's all I can do.
Oh gosh. All right, let's see what else we got here in the comments. Shauna says, I sell skincare as my side hustle and it saves me. Other teachers also pay me to do their early and late duties. That's awesome. That's a great side hustle. Laura says, my current side hustle is transport 3 kiddos to school. It's awesome. Yeah, like I said, what are you already doing? I hope we got Eddie.
Hi, honey. How's the blood sucking going? Love you.
What are you already doing? And then you can just keep on doing that and earn a little income. True Treats, I wish I had the willpower to budget better. Budget always looks great, but the kids always need something: sports, extracurricular categories, just like food struggles, I guess. Keep pushing through. And Kelly started really trying to put a side hustle, job paycheck straight to savings instead of checkbook. That's great. Check out Wendy Valencia. She has a whole category just for Melina, her daughter. So any school stuff that comes up, of uniforms, school pictures, or anything like that, she already has that money in there. You could also do a sinking fund with that, so that you're constantly pulling out money, putting $100 a month. So the months that you don't use it, it's there. And then when you do, you need $50, whatever, you can just pull from that. So whatever you think you're gonna need, look at the whole year. Are you gonna need $1,200, or I don't know, I don't have kids, or $3,500, whatever it may be.
She's gonna have 10 soon.
God willing. So whatever you think you're going to need for that school year, just budget it, and budget it throughout the whole year. So it's not just those 9 months that they're in school, but budget it for the summer months as well. All right. Sab says, Julie, the only Walmart pickup is life-changing. They're out of something, they need to replace it with a higher price product, higher quality item. They don't charge you. You also don't pay more. That's cool.
Good to know. That I really need to look into that, because Walmart, Walmart in Florida is insane too. We went the other night on a random Tuesday night, and it was insane. Yeah. So I'm gonna check into that. If you, Sab, it's probably not like a referral-based thing, but if it is, send me a link and I'll go through you.
Yeah. I love Aldi because it's only 4 aisles. I know the store like front and back, and I can be in and out in under 30 minutes. Oh. And I don't go on Sundays after church. I've learned that is a bad time to go. I usually like to go right before closing, like that last hour before closing. I can zip in and out. It's so easy.
That's smart. That's a good tip.
It's good. Yeah. Oh, and go. So they always say you don't go when you're hungry, but if you go when you have to pee, you are going to be in and out so quickly because you just want to get home and go pee. It is like
when your teenie's working. Gotta go.
You won't be picking up those extra things. You're just gonna stick to your list and get out of there.
That's a great tip.
All right, let's see. Wendy says, I just wanted to say I can't wait to try your wine and sparkling diet grapefruit soda. Have fun, girls.
Try it. I love it. I looked for a Trader Joe's here, and Eddie's like, no, please no. There's one here, but it's it's further away. So I've been really good. I haven't bought any.
You could have had me pick some stuff up.
I should have.
It's like walking distance from my house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Let's see. Sab says, I use all my weeklies each week. I love it because you can eat more intuitively. True Treats, I thought about trying the fasting again too. I remember feeling good on that.
Tani says she's still doing intermittent fasting, and she is hooked. It helps so much with cravings, right? And really just the constant thought about food. I don't have to worry about packing breakfast. I don't eat as many snacks even. I don't think about food. And don't get me wrong, I do get hungry, like 2:30 to 4. I get a little hungry, but you know what? The hunger comes and then it goes. And then it comes and then it goes. And that's when I use my Teamy Tea too, in like literally the last hour before I break the fast, because that really helps so much with suppressing the appetite and just getting you that last little bit. And I know there's like a lot of hormonal things that happen with like fat burning and stuff when you're fasting, when you're in that fasting window. So I don't know all the scientific evidence, and I don't even know that works so much for my body, but just literally the whole mental, I don't have to think about it, I don't have to deal with it, and I'm eating less food overall. That to me is good enough to continue intermittent fasting. And I've actually been doing that still in Florida on vacation. For the most part, it's been okay, but also remember to listen to your body, because if you do randomly have like some weird, I know Saab was saying this, Sabrina. Gotcha. I know your real name. Sab was saying this the other day, that if you have like a really hungry day, like a random hungry day, and you're hungry earlier and you can't take it, then eat something. Listen to your body and eat something. It's just a random day. I love intermittent fasting too. So if you guys are interested in intermittent fasting, I will try to do another video soon about it, but go and look back to my video from last July when I actually started it. It's called My Experiences with Intermittent Fasting, and it pretty much explains everything, and it's what I do still today. So
that's awesome. Yeah, she said that you posted a video but haven't watched it. You're still using intermittent fasting. Yep. Look at this. Look at all this.
Hi, Eddie. Eddie, you're
getting
famous.
All this. Mary Jo saying hi. True Treats Route 10, thank you.
Where's the coffee?
Where's the coffee?
It's terrible, but when you need your coffee, you need your coffee.
Sab says we don't have Aldi here. That's a bummer. True Tree says Aldi has been great, and they have started having great foods for the plan. They do. They have a lot of really good things. But bringing back what we talked about earlier about spending a little bit more on lower point foods. So Aldi tortillas, they're high in points. I don't like corn tortillas, I only like flour, and I think they're like 4 to 7 points for a tortilla, but they're cheap. They're under $2. But because of Julie, now I'm doing the Olay wraps, which are like $3, but they're only 1 point. So I'm going to be paying more in money, but spending less in points. So you got to figure out, what do you want to do? You know, what's your main goal? Is it more of saving money or more of losing points? You have to find that balance, because both are really important. Coming from the Weight Watchers in the budgeting standpoint.
Absolutely, I agree.
All right, True Treats. With the fasting, the fluids during the fast time make me confused. I was still doing my coffee and I tried the tea, so I guess it was okay if it's 0 points. Ooh, that's a good question.
So what I heard early on when I decided to try intermittent fasting was, so there's actually 2 camps. Some people are like clean fasting only, which means only coffee and tea, nothing added, no artificial sweeteners, no stevia, no gum, nothing. That's called clean fasting. And then there's another camp, which this is what I read early on, which said as long as whatever you're intaking is less than 35 calories during your fast, then your body is still doing the same thing and getting the same benefits. So I kind of stuck with that, because all I have, so I have my coffee, which is 0 points, 0 calories, and I use 1 tablespoon of fat-free creamer. So that is like, I think it's like 9 calories. It's like nothing to me. Sometimes on the weekends, I also have that Weight Watchers Cafe Creations thing, and I don't know how many calories, but having those 2 things during my fast has not, I mean, I haven't, maybe 1 or 2 times I've tried a fast without any of that, and it's the same. It feels the same to me. So if it might be doing something different internally, but not a big enough deal for me to notice. And then the same thing with the Teamy tea. I put lemon juice in my tea, and it's like usually like 1/4 of a lemon wedge, and I haven't noticed, you know, anything negative for intermittent fasting with that. So I think it's really, again, it's an individual thing. If you cannot go without a little bit of cream in your coffee, and you have to have that coffee to keep the hunger at bay, put a little bit of cream in your coffee. You know, I still think you're gonna get a lot of the benefits from intermittent fasting. So just, I mean, you know, don't be having like diet sodas or orange juice or whatever. So keep the points and the calories and everything to a minimum as much as possible, but work with your body and do what feels good for you.
Do you think it matters what food it is, as long as it's under the 35 calories?
I think it probably
like
should
white
be
sugar?
beverage.
Do you like?
Oh,
like if it's still under like a half a teaspoon of sugar, do you think that would still would break the fast?
Probably be okay. I was gonna say probably beverages only, because your body has to do a lot less work to process beverages, and I know
True.
during the fasting process your body is trying to do other things besides digest. But if we're talking about putting a little bit of sugar in your beverage, I don't think it would matter. I don't think, and I mean the evils of sugar during an intermittent fast are probably just as bad as a packet of sweetener during intermittent fast. So
Yeah.
I would just try either one. See what you like.
All right. Let's see what questions we have on your video from the other day.
She's good, all techno.
All right. All right. Sherry McGill says, Julie, if you could pick one really huge splurge to eat, what would it be? Kelly, if you could pick one really huge splurge to buy, what would it be?
That was such a good question. We were talking about this yesterday. You're a good one, Sherry. We're gonna keep her around. So honestly, my biggest splurge would be pizza. I was thinking about this yesterday, and pizza. And it's funny because someone said something on one of my videos about deprivation. I don't deprive myself. I have pizza, so it is a splurge.
Yesterday.
Yeah, we had pizza yesterday. So it is a splurge, but it's something that's totally doable within Weight Watchers. So with the budget, you just have to budget your points. So that would probably be my big splurge item. I love sushi too, so that would probably be my second. But I have that all the time too, so there's nothing really that's like totally off limits. And it's so funny. I guess my next thing would be like wine or alcoholic beverages, which I have all the time. And then a lot of people, most people would say, you know, like some random huge yummy dessert, and that just doesn't tempt me. If it's in front of me, like at Ghirardelli, sure, I'm gonna eat it. But it's not something I'm like, oh, I'm saving my points for this big, massive yumminess. I don't know. Maybe I just burn myself out on sweets. What's your answer?
All right.
This will be interesting. She didn't tell me her answer.
So I think now that I'm married to Jamie, he's kind of converted me more to like the tech stuff, which before that never really was big on for me. So probably a new laptop. I have his hand-me-down MacBook Pro, which is quite slow. I can't even upload from it. And then a Mac Mini at home, which I do all my editing and stuff. So probably a really good like editing computer or something that I can do that's gonna be fast, and a Mac computer. That's probably what it would be. Or a new car, but I'm already saving and paying cash for that in September.
So it's kind of the same. You can have what you want as long as you budget for it. So
absolutely.
It's life.
All right, we got Melinda Norman, and she says, kind of a two-part question. A brief summary of how your weight loss portion went when you started Weight Watchers, how long it took you, and what you lost in your journey through it, and when you were losing, did you really stay on track most of the time, counting points, or did you go negative often?
That was a long question.
That was.
I didn't see the first part. I didn't see the second part. It just went. That was funny. Okay, let me try this. So, when I started Weight Watchers, how was my weight loss? How did it go? So I actually I say that I've lost 40 pounds, but I'm usually sitting at around like 37-ish pounds that I've lost. But I lost the majority of that in my first like 8 months, from April to September-ish, September, October of my first year. And by the way, this April is my 3rd Weight Watcher anniversary. So I've been doing this for 3 years and I still love it. But anyway, so I lost the majority of my weight in that first 8 months, and then I totally just stalled out. I think that was before we changed to Smart Points. So I think I got lazy, I got complacent, to use a fat dad term. And I just kind of relaxed and decided I was going to eat a little more of what I wanted. I had more wine. And then finally I just got to a point probably in April-ish of the next year, springtime, where I was just like, oh, why can't I lose this weight? Let's just do this. And then I got a little more serious again and started not having so much wine and just being more careful with my points. So when I was in actually weight loss mode during both of those phases, I did not use all my weeklies. I used a good bit of my weeklies. I also used Fit Points at the time, but I was not constantly negative like I am now. So I was definitely more careful and just really more watching the numbers. It's like a total numbers game for me. So back then I was, and that's when I started to get really creative with like the 0 points foods, like how can I milk this? How much can I have and still lose weight? So how did I stay on track? I think, well, I told you that I did get off track for a while, but when I was in weight loss mode, I just stayed on track by balancing my 0 points foods with what I wanted. 0 points foods, wine. Yeah, that was basically it. And I did not go negative much, so I think I got all your questions.
So for me, I was really hardcore about losing weight for my wedding. I had that goal of, you know, I wanted to look in my dress, and I was really big on, because Jamie's, you know, he did photography for a while, and so I'm like, those pictures last forever. I don't want to look back at those pictures and be like, I could have worked harder. I could have done this. And so I was really hardcore in tracking. I was doing boot camp classes because there was a new boot camp that had just opened up that had like a free month, and then the next month they did 30 days for $30. So for 2 months I was going to boot camp 4 a.m. for I think five days a week, Monday through Friday, every single day. And their duck friend is back. And so that really helped to drop the weight. And then I got married and just kind of got a little complacent, and I thought I knew the program, and I was like, I wasn't really tracking, I was just tracking in my head, which when you're doing that, there's all these little snacks that you eat throughout the day, and then you actually do track and you're like, holy crap, I thought I had like 25 points and I had 43 points. And then you really realize how much extra you're eating. So I ended up gaining a lot of that back, and I wasn't exercising. And with my depot shot, I really do need to be exercising and really staying on point, or else that weight comes. And I gained 10 pounds on the honeymoon alone, and then another 10 pounds after that of just being married for the first, 4 or 5 months of just kind of crap. And then all of a sudden none of my jeans fit and none of my clothes fit. And so I had to go back and really get hardcore. So now a big thing for me is I like pre-tracking. So the night before I track everything. I will not go to sleep until everything is tracked, and I really make sure that I'm getting hardcore about tracking, trying to get those blue dots. I have a couple coworkers now that are on Weight Watchers, and so we're really trying to keep each other accountable with that. And this community is awesome. You guys keep me so accountable with my weekly weigh-ins and everything. I don't do meetings. I feel like you guys are my meetings. I feel like I'm learning so much from you, and a lot of people do the recap meetings, so I love those. I'm still getting all the great information. It's really cool.
Yeah, I love Weight Watchers.
All right, next question is from Susie Homemaker. Okay, here's my question. When are you two coming to New York so we can play here? I love New York. I am all about that, but not in the winter. I'm sorry. We'll come in the summer.
We are summer girls here.
Summer girls. All right, let's see what else we got here.
This is so fun. I wish you guys were right here
fun.
with us. It's been so fun hanging out with Kelly, you guys. It's like, who would have thought 5-10 years ago that you could meet someone that you met online on the computer, and they're like a real normal fun person.
I know. And I feel like
we
we met on Wednesday, and instantly we just hit it right off, and even our husbands and everything, we're just chatting, and
it's been so much fun.
It's been so fun. I feel like we've been friends for years.
Yeah, that's what YouTube does. That's awesome.
Barbara's here. She says, good morning, ladies.
Hi, Barbara.
Let's see.
Ooh, I reported him.
Uh-oh.
I've never had creepers. I know I've never had creepers. Thank you for reporting him. I have no idea what life is about. So thank you for getting my back.
Danny says, thank you, because I do need the sugar-free cream to get in my window. I will keep 35 calories or below.
Yeah, and you could try like reducing it a little bit, like 1 week. If you do 3 tablespoons, next week try 2 tablespoons, because you don't know how little you can get away with until you try. And then when you hit that level where you like, if it's like, alrighty then, if you hit like 1 tablespoon and you're like, oh, that coffee's terrible, then add a little bit back in. But you don't know how little you can do until you try.
Seb says that you are the 0-point queen. Oh my goodness.
You know what's funny is
That
I
is
used
so
to be,
true.
but now with freestyle, you all can be too. It's like crazy. It's good, but you still have to just really watch. I feel like when we were on Smart Points only, you could do 0 points magic with like fruits and vegetables and whatever, and not really have to monitor yourself as much. Now you can do all kinds of crazy 0 points, eggs, chicken, yogurt, whatever, but be careful. So yeah, we can all be queens, but we must be careful.
Let's see. All right, True Treat, Speeds of Snacks. Julie, sorry girl, I know you go to your go-to snacks, but Kelly, what are yours? So I used to be a chips and salsa girl because I can get, at Aldi they have great tortilla chips that I can have like 22 for 3 points and then salsa 0. And I'm getting my fruits and veggies in the salsa, right? Because I count that for veggies. So I used to have it every single day at 9:30. We would go for my morning walk with my coworker. That's like 3/4 of a mile, and then I would come back and have some water and chips and salsa every single day. And people would walk by and smell the sauce and be like, oh, it's salsa time, where's Kelly? Well, one day I didn't do that, or 2 days I didn't do that because I was out, couldn't go to the grocery store or whatever. I noticed a huge difference in my belly when I was like walking by the mirror, and I was like, oh, that's not good, like just 2 days of that. So I've cut it out, and I think I went down almost a whole pant size just from that because of the bloat, because of all the sodium that I was eating in the salsa and in the chips. So I really stopped doing that. Now my go-to like breakfast snack is, because my coffee's really my breakfast, and then I have my snack breakfast around like 9:30, 10, which I'm going to try and push out more to do like more of the intermittent fasting. It's yogurt with granola. And I have done the cheesecake, the sugar-free cheesecake. That does hurt my teeth a little bit. Have you found that?
No, but a lot of people were saying that with I think it was a pistachio, they were getting like weird tingly tongue feelings. Or
I wasn't getting that, but it just like, it was just weird on my teeth. I don't know.
Like raw spinach?
No, like it would just make them like super sensitive.
Oh, that's weird.
So, which my teeth, they do actually get weakened from my my depo. So I have to take calcium supplements because it weakens your bones and it takes up the calcium. But I love the yogurt with fruit and a little bit of granola. Oh, that's like a go-to. And then just a lot of fruit. I love fruit. Love it.
That's my go-to.
Yeah.
It's 0. And I never really worry about overeating fruit. I mean, 2-3 servings a day, you'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
Hi, Amy.
Yeah, you got a lot of people. Julie D, good morning. I don't know how to say this. Oh gosh. Haritha? I know I'm butchering your name, but good morning. Tracking with Tanya. Hi, ladies. Haritha says, any advice for small YouTubers? How did you guys meet? How can I be epic like you guys? Do you guys know Tamil? I don't. But
I don't know Tamil either.
Just be part of your community, whatever community you're in. Just be part of it. Take like meaningful comments and just be in it. Don't do the sub for sub of subscribe to my channel but you're doing awesome. Be encouraging.
Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Genuine.
Yeah.
Be a real person.
Negative. I don't do any negative comments. If I don't agree with someone,
that's hard.
I just don't leave a comment. It's like, what we learned from our moms, whatever years ago. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say it. So I never criticize someone else in their videos.
People are mean. They make me cry.
People are mean.
So how do you deal with negative comments on your videos?
What I do is I say, I'm sorry I offended you. That was not my intention. And just apologize and move on. We can't, the bigger that my channel's gotten, I realize that I can't please everyone. I have a different opinion than anyone. I've been through different things than other people, and a lot of times there's stuff that we say that we don't know offends someone, and we just have to apologize.
If you're interested in starting a YouTube channel, though, you should totally go for it because it's so much fun. It's a really good creative outlet, and a lot of times you don't know what you are going through in your life that could help somebody else so much. Not just with weight loss or whatever, but your life in general. So you should try it.
Yes. All right. Seb says 0 points all day. What bottle of wine for 22 points? That's you and me, Julie.
Dang right.
That's awesome.
It's my life in a nutshell.
True Treats, yes, yogurt and granola is great. I started using half crumbled shredded wheat biscuit. Oh, that's interesting. Becky says, hi ladies, just wanted to thank you both for doing being such an inspiration for me. Julie, I love your meal preps. Kelly, I love your budget help. Also, I'm jealous y'all are at Disney. Have a blast.
I wish you were here.
That would be so fun, Becky. Wendy says, thank you girls, it's very nice. MD says, hi Kelly and Julie, great to see you both. Julie, so cool seeing you and hearing you in real time.
I know.
See, you gotta do more live streams.
You know, it's funny because I love hearing from you guys. When you guys have sent me the intro videos, it's just like it boggles my mind. It's like, oh my gosh, and most of you have accents, which is so funny. But I love it. I love hearing it, and it's just so cool to put a face with like a live voice and movement and stuff. So if you haven't sent me an intro video, send me an intro video, because I know as much as I want to see my viewers want to see my viewers. So
yes.
Send me an intro video, send me a food find, just say hello.
And guys, comment on videos. We love interacting with you guys, and it means so much to us. And it's so cool. For years I watched YouTube videos and I never commented. And now that there's conversations that on, and it's so cool to be able to get to know you guys, and we want to hear from you. We want to,
and I consider so many of you guys legit my friends.
Yeah,
I know you say that about me. I think the exact same thing about you, because we have serious back and forth conversations. I know you too. I know what you do for a living. I know what you think, you know, so it's fun.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
Absolutely. Amy says you both have such great chemistry. Do more of these together.
It's been so fun. She's gonna have to move though.
Or we'll take a trip out to California.
Yeah, that would be so fun. It won't be as human.
There we go. That's perfect. Mary Jo, you
could go to Coachella. Coachella.
Yeah. Jamie wants to work Coachella so bad. It's a big music festival.
That would be awesome.
Let's see. Eleni, hello from Tarpon Springs. Oh, you're on the West Coast. That's pretty close.
I don't even know. Oh, Florida.
Yeah, sorry.
I was like, I've never heard of this place.
West Coast of Florida. I'm on the East Coast. So fun to you guys meet. How did you decide to connect? Did you plan this ahead of time?
We planned the trip ahead of time, but we actually, Simply Gina. Hi, Gina.
Hey!
Newlywed as well. So I actually heard about Kelly's channel through Simply Gina. So you guys is just a whole big YouTube network. We're all, these are all my friends. It's just, and then once you connect with someone and you know you have that chemistry online, then, I mean, we just kind of touched base and, hey, I'm going to Disney World. Whoa,
she talked about going to Disney, and I said, you know, we were looking to go this spring before it gets too hot, which we should have gone early because it's still stinking hot.
It's warm.
And then she said she was going in April, and I was like, my birthday's in April. This is perfect. It'll be an early birthday trip because my birthday's next week, so we just kind of planned it around their schedule, and it worked out perfect.
It's been fun. It's been awesome.
Yeah. Janet and Eric's here. Hey. Oh, Sab's gonna send you a video.
Hey. Oh, awesome.
We got Jen. Hello, ladies. I love watching you both. Thanks so much for your tips you both give. I'm with you on the wine, Julie.
See, there are a lot of you out there who speak in my language. You know what I have to say? In Florida, oh my gosh. I have wine in my hotel room, and I have water bottles because I'm not afraid to bring my stuff with me. But the drinks here, you guys, oh my gosh, I'm trying really hard to stay away from the high sugar drinks because, you know, like Bahama Mamas, Pina Colada, margaritas, daiquiris, major points, but they're so good. So it's kind of been a nice little refreshing break from the same thing that I always drink. So Eddie will be happy when I go back to just normal.
All right, I think we have time for 2 more questions. And Wendy Valencia says, ask Julie if she thinks losing or maintaining is harder. I love her. She's just so much fun and so inspirational.
Losing is way harder because I am maintaining right now.
Hey, bud.
Hello, mister. I have been maintaining for over a year, and I want to lose. Like, I know that once I really get serious and decide I'm going to lose that last 5 pounds, I can. But it's like a whole different mentality. So I think losing is harder. Maintaining, you guys, once you get to lifetime or once you get to your goal weight or wherever you decide you want to be and hang out for a while, you don't have to go all the way to goal weight right away. If you're happy 20 pounds less and your health is better and you look better and you feel better and you're confident, you can hang out there for a couple months and then just enjoy life. But once you get to where you want to be, it'll be easy. I mean, look, you watch my videos, look at my tracker every day. My tracker's like all over the place. It's super easy. I feel like you still have to follow the Weight Watchers lifestyle, because if I was not tracking and I was eating fried foods and just eating whatever I wanted, I would definitely be gaining. So I feel like you still have to have some sort of framework for yourself. I do. I'm the kind of person that needs some sort of structure. But within that structure, within the Weight Watchers plan, it'll be so easy once you get there. And it's so worth it. So it may be hard work right now, but it's so worth it once you get there. Believe me. So losing is definitely harder. And you know what? Kudos to all you guys when you tell me your weight losses and you know, I'm down 3 pounds this week. I hit the 25-pound mark. Some of you are like leagues ahead of me, like 70, 80, 100 pounds. Man, kudos to you, because that is hard.
Wow.
That is so much hard work. And I know for all of us who don't have as much to lose, you know, losing 20 pounds is just as hard as losing 100. But my hat off to you guys, because you guys are amazing. I get a lot of inspiration from you. So.
Absolutely. All right. We're gonna hide that. Let's see. MD says, I would love to know your feelings on the new freestyle plan, which has been out for a good long time now. If you're loving freestyle, succeeding on it, any tips? Still figuring it out.
Me too. Okay, here's my deal with freestyle. When it first came out, loved it. I still love it, but literally my first thought was this. You know, I work for Weight Watchers, so we're sitting in the meeting and they're unveiling this big, amazing plan, and my eyes were huge and my jaw dropped, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, I can eat 0 points all day and have my bottle of wine. That's what I was thinking. So I love freestyle, but you have to be careful. The deal with freestyle is that Weight Watchers is nudging us all to eat better. You know, I mean, when I started freestyle, immediately I started making better food choices immediately, and I was double tracking at the same time. I was doing freestyle and I was also counting smart points, because I was trying not to let on to you guys that I was doing freestyle, because obviously I couldn't let you know. So I was double tracking at the time, and every time I was doing freestyle the way it was supposed to be done, I was at 30 points or less on smart points.
Oh, that's
So
interesting.
you know, I'm glad that I did double track, because it gave me confidence in freestyle. But now I notice if I am loose with freestyle and I'm just like, you know, I'm gonna have 5 eggs because I feel like eating 5 eggs, or you know, if I'm gonna have loads of chicken, or even if I eat too much yogurt, it's easy to go overboard. So you just have to stay mindful, and I think that's probably the biggest lesson that Weight Watchers is trying to teach us, and the hardest one that everybody is really just challenged with. So I love freestyle, but I tell you what, you have to work freestyle the way it was supposed to be worked. So, and when I do that, it works for me and I lose. So Julie, come on. You know, it's science, you guys. So you just have to work it the way that it's supposed to be done. I know a lot of people have a lot of problems for different reasons. If you guys are having problems with freestyle, I would love to brainstorm it with you. We can talk about what you're eating, what you think isn't working, because I've heard so many different theories and variations and suggestions and ideas, and you just don't know until you try something that works for you. So do you like freestyle?
I love it.
Did you do smart points? You did.
Yeah, I did smart points before. But I absolutely love freestyle. I love the freedom that it gives me, you know, with chicken and stuff, and with eggs and stuff that I can eat. One trouble that I do have is a lot of the 0 points food I don't like. I am a very, very picky eater, so a lot of those I don't like. Like I don't eat beans, I don't eat...
She doesn't eat fish.
I don't eat fish, you know, a lot of that. So that part is a struggle, but I love that all the veggies that's a huge one for me, is that, you know, corn and peas and all that stuff is now 0 points, because for me it was a struggle with that. But I'm loving it.
I am. I like it a lot.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Jen says, Kelly, working on paying off our debt, a house we paid off in 2 months. You have been an inspiration to me in this journey. Holy cow.
That's awesome.
That is incredible. You need to let me know when you do, because that is a huge money win, and I will give you a huge shout out. That is, I can't imagine. Oh, that's
crazy. Where do
crazy.
you live? What state are you in? I'm curious.
That is
you know, housing in California, insane. I'm curious.
Let's see. Pam says, hi girls, good to see you, just hanging out for the weekend in Ormond Beach with a hubby, and tuned into YouTube and catch you and found you on. That's awesome.
Good timing.
Sab says, basically down 25 in 11 weeks. That's awesome.
Freestyle, baby.
Get it, girl. All right.
Girl, you with your clickbait. I saw something the other day. Is Weight Watchers still for me?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet because, you know, I haven't really watched it a lot. I'm busy here, but that's a good one. I gotta watch it. Obviously, you like it.
That's awesome. As you wish.
That's
Says,
amazing.
howdy.
Howdy.
Howdy, howdy. Mary Jo says, Judy, with your step challenge in February, I lost 6 pounds and received my first 5-pound charm.
Yeah,
That's
awesome. How are you guys doing with the challenges? I'm tanking really bad. I'm so sorry. It's so weird because when I host a challenge, everybody does amazing, and I have the hardest time. And when I chose these challenges for April, I literally chose the challenges with this vacation in mind. I was like, what can I do while I'm on vacation, because I need to participate. And it's been so hard even just getting the runs in. So that's awesome. I'm so happy that you lost weight doing the challenge. And now, wasn't it easy to, once you did that for February, you got the momentum going, just keep at it. Keep at it. I mean, it's hard to nail it every single day, but once you make exercise like a regular part of your life, you just do it. Like, I didn't run like one day a couple days ago. Yesterday I was like, I gotta do it. I did 3 miles and I feel so much better. It's a mental thing.
Yeah.
It's a bloating thing. It's so good for you. Exercise.
Yeah.
Good job.
And I'm starting a diet bet challenge next week. I'm going to be announcing it on this coming week's weigh-in. So it's going to start like around the 21st. And those are awesome, guys. I absolutely love the diet bets. It's 4% of your body weight in 4 weeks. So you're betting that you're going to lose that. It'll be a $20 buy-in. And really, when you put money on the line, like, you want to do it. You know, if you get your 4%, you get your $20 back plus any of the other losings that people didn't get theirs. So it's a win-win. If you get your money, if you win, then you're automatically going to get your money. You don't lose anything. And you really fight to get that. You really fight to get your workouts in, to eat better, because you don't want to lose that $20. That's huge.
That would be 5 pounds for me. I might do that.
Oh.
Wait, are you? When are you starting?
I'm starting next week.
Oh, a little too soon.
Well, that'll be your heavier weight, so it'll be easier to lose the 5 pounds.
True.
For the rest of the...
Making money.
See? Yeah. All right, couple more. Sab said that Julie was most personal video yet.
Oh, I need to watch it.
We gotta watch it. In a line today, we'll watch it together.
Yeah, because we're gonna be standing in the heat.
Mary says, I have closed all my rings on my Apple Watch now. I can't go to bed until they're closed.
That's awesome. You know what? I cannot. Those rings, I don't get it. I just don't get it, and I don't know how to like change my goals on them either. So
have Jamie do it today.
I should.
Jamie will know. Yeah.
It boggles my mind. I love my watch so much, though. You guys.
Jamie wants me to get one.
You know what? Eddie wanted me to get one, and I was
I'm
like, no, just give me a Fitbit. And then when I finally did it, I was like, oh,
really?
I love it so much. You should do it.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
Don't talk to Jamie.
You should do it.
Let's see. True Treats, have a wonderful day, girls.
Thank you.
This just made
Thanks
my
for
morning.
watching.
MD6 Kelly, I will be looking for your channel and subscribing. Could use some budgeting ideas. Yeah, my channel's like
You're on it.
Split, like down the
You're right
middle,
here.
like half budgeting, half Weight Watchers. So you'll love it. If you don't like one, then watch the other. Jen says, we live in Kentucky. It would be fair to be fair, when we married, I sold mine 2 years ago when we put the profit towards this home, which is obviously
But that's
ours.
so smart.
Loving the challenge, Julie, so far. LOL, those squats.
Right? Those squats got me like, first of all, my knees. Second of all, it was in my legs. And then finally, when I was in the handicap stall and I'm like going down and like holding my fingertips on the handicap railing, then I could feel it in my butt. And then I went on vacation and it all lost. Squats, oh my gosh.
Jen says, have a great day, girls. Lori says, freestyle does work, just don't overdo the additional zero foods like beans and yogurt. But in reality, I never gained because I ate too much zero foods. It's just always too much wine.
Don't make me laugh with coffee in my mouth.
All right, guys, I think that is it for today. I'm at 20% battery, so